This is the Horse Radio Network.
This is episode 1066 of Horse Tip Daily. A different horse tip, a different equine topic, a different equestrian expert every day. Horse Tip Daily brings the world of equine knowledge to you, one day at a time. Greetings, horse people. Coach Jen here, and thanks for tuning in to Horse Tip Daily. Today's tip is an excerpt from the Driving Radio Show, and it was originally broadcast way back in 2011. And this is the fifth in a six-part series about the 5 elements in Chinese medicine with Dr. Ying and Glenn the Geek. And it was so popular, we thought it might be fun to revisit, or, for some of you, listen to for the first time. And this time we learn about the element metal. And we'll get right to it after this important message from Kentucky Performance Products.
This Nutrition Minute is brought to you by Kentucky Performance Products, the company that simplifies your search for research-proven nutritional supplements at kppusa.com.
The horse that matters to you matters to Kentucky Performance Products. Managing horses can be challenging. Each horse's personality affects the way he behaves and reacts to the world around him. Horses with certain dispositions can be at higher risk for developing health problems than others. High-strung or excitable horses are easily stressed, but so is the timid, quiet warrior. Stressed horses are more likely to develop digestive upsets that lead to colic, diarrhea, and ulcers. Nalox Advanced was specifically developed to support a digestive tract that is under stress. It sustains proper pH levels, reducing the incidence of ulcers and hindgut imbalances, while simultaneously supporting the healing of damaged tissues. Nalox Advanced supports the complete digestion of starches and sugars and sustains populations of beneficial bacteria. Make life a little easier on your sensitive horse and start him on Nalox Advanced today. To learn more about the ingredients in Nalox Advanced, visit Kentucky Performance Products at kppusa.com.
It is time for Dr. Ying's Chinese Medicine Update. And of course, for the last several weeks, and people have really been getting into this on Facebook, on our Facebook page, Driving Radio Show, into the 5 elements of traditional Chinese medicine. And we've gone through 3 of the elements now, and we're going to be talking about the 4th. If you missed this previous segment, go back and listen to the previous shows. It's very easy to do. Just go to drivingradioshow.com, and you can listen to the previous shows right there and get caught up. So today, what element are we talking about?
Today we're talking about the metal element, Glenn. And so far we've talked about
So these people are cold and hard.
No, these people are not cold and hard. And that's another thing. It's not like just a steadfast rule. It's like their dominant personality.
Okay, so tell us about metal. I'm sorry.
So don't be so derogatory about metal, because I'm going to tell you something about metal later on that you'll feel guilty about saying that they're cold and hard.
Okay.
So basically, metals are very structured. You know, like just like when you're looking at like something made by a machine, you'll see straight lines, whereas in nature you tend to see curves. So metals are very structured, and they like organization. And they like to know what the rules are, and they like to follow the rules. So they're rule followers, and they feel very comfortable once they get, doing a certain task. But they don't like to change. So they have a little bit of difficulty changing. So metals, for the most part, make the best performance animals. And I'm sure a lot of Carol's animals are metals because they learn very quickly. But the thing is, with metals, like say you have a Western horse and you want to change it to do like show jumping, that's a hard transition for them to make because they know their job is like, Western pleasure. So to go to a new job, it's hard to make that transition, and it might take a little force to make the transition. But once they make it, they're like, okay, well, here are my new rules, and I'm happy to follow them.
Now, I think you're describing my wife, by the way.
I am. That's why I thought you would feel very guilty saying they're cold and hard.
Yeah, okay. Now I have to take that back.
Then I was like, now we're both going to get fired.
Well, you described her to the T.
But you know what? Metals are great. Like, when I finish all the elements, I'll go back and talk about the interactions. But for now, like, the reason that Jennifer is really great for you is because you're a fire. So it's sometimes hard for you to pay attention, but the metal can keep you on track. You see? So that works well together.
And NupaFeed supplements, too, probably.
And NupaFeed supplements can keep you paying attention. So then Jennifer can get less exasperated when you're
now,
with your
metals,
ADD.
what kind of... So, what kind of horse should a metal have? Should they have
For
fires?
a metal person? A metal person?
Yeah, a metal person. What kind of horse would they have?
Yeah,
That
you
would-
know, they can do really well with a fire horse because they can, you know, like fire kind of needs to be like, hey, listen, we're doing something here, not just like, look at this, look, you know,
Right.
they helps them pay attention. But also one of the things that metals have is that they get kind of blue sometimes. Like it's very easy for them to be a little bit depressed because they're serious. So the fire will lighten them up a little bit. You know, the fire kind of brings out their happy personality.
It is so funny that you're saying this because the horse that she has always gone for in her life are the wacko thoroughbreds that are just nuts.
Right, right.
So
She
that
likes
makes
that.
sense.
It gives her. She's like, I can help you. Here are the rules.
Right.
Let's follow these. And she doesn't get mad when they don't pay
Nope.
attention.
You're
She just,
you're
like,
absolutely right.
You know, brings them back into the guidelines. And they enjoy doing that. They enjoy, like, structuring other people's lives, too. Like, that gives them a lot of fun.
She tries to do that with me, but she says it's sort of like putting a ping pong ball in the washing machine. Just keeps
Right.
going around and around and around and doesn't stop. So
But if you notice, she is with you.
it's true.
So she likes that.
She says I make her life fun.
Exactly. That's exactly it. Because since you're fire and you're kind of wild, they like that because they don't necessarily want to be wild, but they enjoy the wild aspect of it. You
Huh,
know?
interesting.
So that the metal and fire is a very good combination. And also a metal is very, very good with the water, which I'm going to talk about next week. But, you know, waters are a little bit nervous and they like to know that there's somebody there to help them.
Oh, well,
And
that
be in
makes sense.
charge.
And certainly, if you're a water and you're a little bit dependent, so they're a little bit dependent. They would want somebody not like me. That would be bad. Fire and water
You'd be
don't
scary.
go together.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
to them they'd be like, hey, the water would be like, I don't think you're paying attention. It's like, here's a perfect example.
And they'd be
which I
right.
shouldn't really tell it on the radio, but I was driving these friends of mine somewhere in the car, and they had never been in the car with me before, and you know, like. So I'm driving and I'm texting and I'm not really paying attention. I'm changing lanes without using my
Oh,
blinker.
first of all, naughty girl.
I know. But I could tell, like, the person with me is a metal and the other one's a water. And they were like, the water was gripping onto the seatbelt really tight. And the metal, I could just hear it going, like, every time I did something. So
They're
that's
never
very-
letting you drive again, are they?
No. But, you know, they don't have a car, so they're trapped with me.
That's funny.
Well, that about takes care of it. Find links to today's guests, topics, or products at horsetipdaily.com. This podcast was made possible through the generous support of Kentucky Performance Products and listeners like you. The Horse Radio Network and the Horse Radio Network hosts are not responsible for statements of guests or their opinions. Use your own judgment when listening to the tips provided by the experts on Horse Tip Daily.